Has it
Stina.
started recording? Okay.
Yes, it has. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to admit people now.
Yep. So people will start to join us. So hello, anybody who's joining. We're just letting people into the meeting. So we've got our cameras on. I'm Jo, and there's Kath, Hayley, and Christina here. And we'd love to see your lovely faces too. So we encourage you to put your camera on. You're on mute. You're on mute automatically, and we are going to have a dedicated sort of Q&A section after we get through some content that we want to share with you. There's Charlie coming in now. Yeah, great. So welcome to this information session. As mentioned, I'm Jo Devon, co-founder, and I'm going to be introducing you to a couple of our other team members as we move forward with this session. This is designed for early learning services in Western New South Wales who are interested in joining the initiative, some that already have, and this is thanks to some funding support we've got from Western New South Wales Primary Health Network. So I'll just go through what we're going to chat about tonight. So we've got about 45 minutes together, and that gives us an opportunity to show you some information. That gives us an opportunity to actually share my screen and run you through the platform if you haven't seen it yet, and show you some of the main features and functions of the platform, and also we will have a dedicated Q&A. So if you've got some questions, please keep them, and once we're finished with our bits and pieces, I'll stop sharing my screen and we'll answer some of those questions. So as mentioned, don't be shy. Show your camera, but you don't have to. I know they are very, very shy, but that's okay. But we hope you do. We didn't sort of get dressed up much for this, but hopefully you can show us your lovely faces as well, because we've seen some people that we've been communicating with. And we just want to acknowledge you. Look, if for some reason we don't get to your question in this afternoon's session, please send it through to us at team@positivelivingskills.com.au via email, and we will definitely get back to you with any answers that you need. This is an information session just to give you extra information about what we've got happening at the moment in the region. So, and big acknowledgement to you as educators in your communities. We absolutely take our hats off to you for the work that you do in our communities and the vital role that you play in educating our young children and connecting with families. So we are all about acknowledging and supporting our educators, and that's what we designed this whole initiative around, really. So we just know things have been challenging as well for you over recent years, so we want to acknowledge that as well. And just to give you a little bit of background on PLS, Positive Living Skills, it was founded in 2013 by Kath Shaw, who's here tonight, based on her lived experience and her sort of driving need to support communities and herself and her family. So would you take a couple of minutes to intro yourself there, Kath, and say good day?
Sure. So hello to everyone, can't see anyone, but really pleased you're here and joining us tonight. Yeah, so I'm a Western New South Wales girl, having spent a lot of my time growing up, raising my kids and living in Western New South Wales. It's really exciting for me to have this opportunity for PLS to be supporting the Western New South Wales region. And that's great thanks and to the Western New South Wales Primary Health Network, who are really dedicated to supporting their communities and the mental wellbeing of their communities. So we're very grateful for that. As Jo said, we are really passionate about supporting educators and supporting early mental health prevention. It is a must that we start young, and we know that all of you know how important that is, so you don't need me to talk about that. But anyway, that's the end of me for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that we see you all come on board and we're supporting you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kat. And just to introduce you to Hayley Chance, so she looks after all of our Early Learning Centre members, being a early childhood educator and mum herself, but I'll just get you to say a quick hello as well, Hales?
Hi everyone. I can see so many familiar names. I'm really excited to have you all on. And for those of you who I haven't connected with yet, all of you, I really hope to connect with you all soon. And I look forward to working with you all and supporting everyone. So yeah, enjoy tonight.
Thanks, Hales. And Christina, she's here tonight as well. Christina looks after, she's just going to wave tonight. She's not saying anything particularly. She looks after all of our primary school members as well. So we've got the early childhood program and we've got the primary school wellbeing program as well. So Christina supports, and we've got a lot of schools in the West who've come on board in the last couple of years. So Christina's looking, and look, we're surrounded by a greater team as well. We're surrounded by a team of researchers. When we first started this, we connected with psychologists and wellbeing experts in their fields. Kath and I met in 2012, so more than 10 years ago now, and because we were both on a journey to really find out more about our own wellbeing and how to support ourselves, and we each had our own journeys around that. So I had a background in corporate HR and strategy, and I really wanted to do something more to support the wellbeing. I did a little stint as 12 months volunteering as a Lifeline telephone counsellor, which was an amazing experience. I'm so glad that I did that and studied counselling and coaching. And both Kath and I, really connected over being so passionate about supporting the wellbeing of adults, children alike. But we knew we needed to start early, which is where all of this came from. So we're really happy to have you here. And that's great that more people are joining us. So, yeah, we've got a greater team of researchers, psychologists, business advisors, etc. And we are, I meant to just say, we're really growing this year. So we're welcoming a lot of new early learning services and schools to the Positive Living Skills Initiative. So this year will see us being implemented in more than 450 educational sites across Australia, which is exciting. And our evidence base is very, very important. So we've formed a research partnership some years ago with Charles Sturt University. So they've helped us and produce the research and evidence around both of our programs. And we're also accredited with BU as one on their programs directory for both of the programs. We're also being endorsed, I guess, for want of a better word, by New South Wales Department of Education, student wellbeing on the external wellbeings program, cataloguing the themes of resilience, behaviour and sense of belonging. We've also on the South Australia Department for Education external program wellbeing directory as well. So it's great to see positive living skills being acknowledged and recognised as a preventative mental health initiative, and just gives our members peace of mind as well. So I just wanted to mention that. So just welcoming you to the opportunity, if you haven't already expressed your interest about the funding that's available. We're very, very grateful to be in a partnership with Western New South Wales Primary Health Network, who we've worked with before. So we started working with them in 2019. They supported 10 early learning services in the West. Then we worked with them further over the last few years in supporting primary schools in the region. So we welcomed 76 primary schools in the region to the initiative thanks to their support. And now we have this opportunity now for early learning services in the region to join the Positive Living Skills Initiative, which is absolutely fantastic. And what I just want to run through is what is eligibility. And I am going to then see if Charlie can quickly introduce herself if she's she might be able to put herself on camera and say a quick hello. But so it's the eligibility is region based. So if you fall within the within the Western New South Wales Primary Health Network region, now if you're not sure if you do, express your interest, because our job is to make sure that we check the eligibility once an expression of interest comes in. So if you're anywhere around Western New South Wales, please, we encourage you to express your interest, and we'll be quick smart back to you and let you know how it fits in. But it's long day care centres, family daycare educators, preschools, family strengthening services and reach out services, play groups, and also outside of school hours care services who offer that sort of 0 to 6 at least age group. So really any service offering registered care to young people in that age group in the region are encouraged to express your interest. And what the funding allows us to support you with is 3 years access to the Positive Living Skills Early Childhood Wellbeing platform that I'm going to show you very shortly. And that's a very, we're very, very grateful, and it gives you that 3 years fully funded support. So I just wanted to, if Charlie's on the call, because I did see her come into the waiting room there, Christina. Charlie's putting her hand up, and that's funny. So now what I do is I go, I'm just going to, how do I go to there? So I'm going to Charlie. And I go, we haven't run a session exactly like this. Allow mic and allow camera. So hopefully what that means, Charlie, is you can come on. I thought everybody had allowed camera.
There you go. You've locked us all down. I sent you all an email
Oh!
saying we are completely locked down on our end.
Can we allow cameras from everybody?
There's no chat, there's no cameras, there's no
I knew
mic.
there wasn't. Yeah. Well, we particularly did do that in regard to the chat. But what would be great, Christina, maybe what you could do is, if you could, while we're chatting, and everybody's on it, I set the meeting's settings to allow everybody to have their cameras on. So hopefully, if you could let everybody, my beautiful teammates, can let everybody's cameras go on, then we're going to see more people. Here we were thinking you were all shy. I'm glad we worked this out 10 minutes in, hey?
Oh, God.
Thanks so much. So, Charlie, do you want to just, while we're doing that, introduce yourself quickly? And, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so I'm Charlie. I'm sorry, I've got the kids in the background. My husband's just pulling up the driveway. So it's really important to me, this, for early intervention, obviously, with 2 under 2. And in the PHN, so the Primary Health Network, we look for amazing services like this and procure them and fund them and give out grants. And my role there is the suicide prevention and psychosocial support portfolio lead. So that's a bit of a mouthful, and we're just so looking forward to getting this on board and getting it rolled out. It's been a great opportunity.
Thank you so much, Charlie, and thanks for letting us know we hadn't allowed people's cameras. So sorry about that. We have muted people on purpose. Not that we're muting you, because we are going to want you to chat. We are going to want you to ask questions as we move when we get to that section. But just to keep everybody on track and to keep our timing tight, for the first part, we'll just do the talking, and then we want to hear from you. So. Thanks, Charlie, and once again to you and to Nick, the manager of Commission Services. We're very, very grateful and very delighted and to be working with you. And thanks so much. Okay, so now we're going to keep going here.
Everyone should have access to video and camera now.
Thanks, Hales. Wonderful teams. We've had our ups and downs with teams, and we know that some people did have some trouble with registering. So we are going to run another session, just while I'm on the topic, in early May, and we're going to run that one on Zoom. So we've been trialling different platforms because some people had a couple of troubles registering because it wanted you to have an Edge browser and Microsoft versus the world and all of that. But anyway, so we've got you here now, and hopefully some more people will come on camera so we can see your lovely faces. So the process. So for those who are yet to join in for the funding opportunity, we've hoped that we've made the process quite simple and easy to do. So you express your interest via our website. You go to the Positive Living Skills website. There's a PHN funding tab, and we are sending out some emails with a direct link to that funding page tab in email correspondence. If you're having any trouble finding that, please let us know. We then see that expression of interest come in. we check the eligibility, which is virtually that you're an early learning service in the Western New South Wales region, and we send you an email with a link for you to go back onto the website, go through a process. You follow the prompts, you sign an online memorandum of understanding, and what that basically does is it agrees to the terms of the licence of our platform, of our program. It also agrees that you will participate in the program, because obviously if we're getting this funding support, we want you to use it, and to agree to provide some SurveyMonkey style online surveys, quite brief surveys. So that's really the obligations of the service. And then so you just follow the prompts, you'll receive a link to a password. What you need to do though is when you're doing that process online, give us an email address that your service will use to log in to the platform. It's one login per service, so everybody from that service would use that same email address and password to log in and access the platform resources. So it is important that it's a generic email address, or if you have one, for example, admin at, director at your service address. For family daycare educators working in your homes, you might not have that, but you're probably going to be the one person logging in to the program anyway, so that should fit in with that. Then what we do is we send a welcome pack, which I'm going to show you in a minute what's in it. You start enjoying the resources and walking through the orientation pages. Everything's there designed to be easy for you to get started with, and then Hayley gets in touch with you to support you, and then from time to time we get you some feedback. We get you to give us some feedback, and that's really the process of getting involved. So
and on that, can I just quickly butt in and just say,
please.
I definitely do get in contact with you guys once you have received the kit, but that doesn't mean that you guys can't contact me beforehand if you're keen to get started or want to know any questions. So I'm available as soon as you sign that form, or even before, because I'm in touch with you guys, some of you already. But yeah, I'm here for any of you, anytime.
Fantastic. Thanks, Hales. So yeah, the platform, there's quite a lot to it. There's some learning experiences, there's story time, there's an activities guide, and I'm going to show you through these things. So I'm going to whiz through this right now. A media library, there's activities for 0 to 3 age groups, there's school readiness transition resources, there's resources for families, there's editable learning story templates, plus there's good old Possible and professional development for educators, as well as PLS Family Link website and more. So I'll be going through some of that and showing you now. And what this platform is helping early learning services do is to meet the early years learning framework. Now I know that there's an update to that this year, and what we've started to do is to work through our material and assess that in line with the updates. So we'll be doing that in the next few months, and that'll be added into the platform as well, because there's a lot of resources in there. It also supports services to enhance school readiness and transitions, to improve the Australian Early Development Census data around emotional maturity and social skills and communication skills, and to meet and exceed the national quality standards, as well as building educator capacity, enhancing family partnerships, and of course teaching these children the essential preventative mental health skills that we want them to learn. And so they're included in the platform resources like this one, which gives you an idea of the areas of the CEQA national quality standards that are supported by the resources within the platform. So a lot of services, including positive living skills, is a big part of their quality improvement plans, and helping them to meet 6 of the 7 quality areas. So that's available as a download once you get into the platform as well. So it's supporting, as well as all those things, supporting behavioural goals with children, helping with peer support and enhanced inclusion. We've just started a partnership with Keyword Science, and that's helping to translate and enhance the offerings that we have and add line drawings that are relevant to keyword sign into our resources. And we're getting some fantastic feedback about this. We're loving learning about keyword signs, and it's really enhancing the inclusion and really the experience for all the children and their educators. So I'm going to run you through what's in the welcome pack just about now. The program also boosts educator capacity and wellbeing through dedicated professional development sessions. I'm not going to show you them tonight, but there are 3 90-minute PD sessions all focused on educator wellbeing on the topics of positive focus, leadership, and self-care and stress management. So that's available to every service and every educator within the service. You can complete online workbooks. You can submit those workbooks to us if you'd like our acknowledgement of the completion of 90 minutes of positive living skills PD as well. It's really just helping to boost morale. This is the feedback that we're getting, and embedding positive, easy to understand and empowering language patterns. I'm going to talk a bit more about Possible in a minute, but I know you can only see me in the corner of the screen, but I'll quickly just unpack the welcome pack that a service or an educator gets a family daycare educator gets when you sign and move forward with the positive living skills, early childhood wellbeing. So Possible, which we'll talk about him more in a second, he's a very, very, very important part of the whole initiative, and he's an integral part of really being like another educator in the room. You've got a set of posters. One of those particularly is something you can put up on the wall to show that you're part of the Positive Living Skills Initiative and that you're implementing the program in the service. There's also a keyword sign related concept poster as well, which shows the 6 core concepts plus changing channels plus Possible, all in keyword signs as well. Then you've got some happy highlight clickers. So when you learn about happy highlights, kids love learning about happy highlights, finding their happy highlights, remembering them and looking forward to them. So there's a bunch of those in there. There's also some flyers and a welcome letter. Flyers you can start sharing with families and invite them to join the PLS family link online, where they find a sample of the resources that you're using, and there's some pens and other bits and pieces. And these flashcards that I started showing you before, that translate the core concepts into visuals that the children learn and understand. And on the back for the educators is the line drawings for keyword sign. And we'll be looking to expand our partnership with keyword signs as this year progresses. So watch out for more information in regard to that. So yeah, Possible, he's a really, really important part of the initiative. We're being told he's like another educator in the room. He helps you teach children about kindness and empathy and a growth mindset and how to achieve your personal best and strive for your personal best effort, inclusion, appreciation, health, nutrition, movement, and a lot of other things. So the kid's making his own special place, and he can sit there and observe when he's not interacting with the children, and there's a lot of possible puppet ideas in the platform as well. Just watching my time. So we're getting a lot of fantastic feedback that children love Possible. That's very straightforward to use. The platform is designed to be easy, straightforward, easy to learn and easy to deliver. And when you get the children together, and you can, use it as in so many different ways, which I'll be showing you a little bit in a minute. So it's loving platform, changing channels. I think that's going to be something that you really enjoy, and the children really get that concept as well. And just to give you a bit of extra background around our set of a RADA team who surrounds us and supports us, that includes psychologists and experts in the field of early childhood, and we're really grateful and happy to be working with those as well. So what I want to do now is get to the more fun part of showing you. So what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of a not stop sharing and start sharing, and I'm going to share this screen. So now you should be able to see the platform. Have I got that going? Excellent. Excellent. So what I'm going to do now is spend about 15 or 10 minutes or so just showing you through some of the key features of the platform. So this is where you arrive when you first log in. BB down there. And this is where we recommend you get started at the orientation page. So there's a couple, you can see some quick links there on the front page. Orientation page is a great place for everybody to start. Really teaches you or introduces you to the background and the vision and the mission of positive living skills. You start to familiarise yourself with the 6 core concepts. You can click on any one of those and it takes you to the concept page where you learn a lot more about that concept and all the underpinning and background research and knowledge surrounding that concept. You get to meet Possible, and you can click on that and he's got a voice as well. It helps you unpack your kit when you get started, and you can come right down here to some of the key. This is a place where you can land whenever you want to remind yourself of portions of the platform. There's Hayley, little introduction video there, and then you can click on video tutorials where you'll see a demo like the one I'm showing you tonight, as well as a lot of other videos saved in there as well. So that is the place to start. There's some of the tutorial video guides as well. So we recommend you start with orientation. I'm just going to quickly show you the Possible page. As mentioned, he's got a bunch of mottos. He's very, very important. Hayley's got a video there showing you how to use the puppet and what the options are you can do there, how to make him his special place, and he teaches so many qualities. And I'm up here on the north end of the Gold Coast, and I interviewed some families a couple of years ago now, and Possible was helping young kids go to sleep, to give up their dummies, and try new things and give things a possible try. So he's a really important part, and the feedback we get is fantastic. Now I'm just going to I'm going to come back to educated resources. So I want to jump straight to a learning experience. So when I come to this learning experience page, you can see there's 48 individual learning experiences as part of the Positive Living Skills platform. And I can look at these in list view, or I can look at these in gallery view if I want to see a little bit more information about each of the learning experiences. So while I'm getting used to it or getting started with the platform, you can toggle between those two options. Once I know what I want to do, I might go to Focus in Positive Ways. So I'm going to go to the Focus unit, Focus in Positive Ways, and I'll bring up that learning experience. And you can see here that each learning experience is set up like a presentation, if you like. You've got an introduction to it, what the concept is, and we start with the educated notes section, or once you're familiar, you can jump straight to the start of the learning experience. I'll just take you through the educated notes, which gives you a bit of an overview of what the learning experience is about, the materials that you'll find included with that learning experience, what the goals are, what the aims and outcomes are. It includes some objectives, success criteria, and some I can statements. And then just introduces the changing channels concept. So that's what Focus in Positive Ways is about, our changing channels concepts. And then it shows you how it meets the early years learning framework. And then you get to the start. But any time as you get used to these, you can jump straight to start of learning experience by coming up here. And now you can actually go full screen on these. So I could enter full screen and cast this to a bigger screen or a TV, that sort of thing. So for the purposes of this, I'll just keep showing you through in this way. So this is when you're now perhaps chatting with the group of children about what changing channels are and it puts suggestions in there for how you could use the PB puppet as you go through. And this one's helping us go to a calm and relaxed state and imagine all the different channels we can be on, and when we're on those channels, what happens. So I'll just keep taking you through this. Every learning experience then has a reflection section where you can chat with the group, and then optional activities or extensions. So this one, where to from here. So that gives you an example and I can go to any one of the focus learning experiences by coming up here, or I can come back to learning experience. And there actually is an introduction learning experience too, I meant to mention. So once you get to the orientation page, you might want to start with the introduction learning experience, which actually introduces Possibil and the 6 core concepts to the children as well. So now I'm just going to pop back to educator resources. So PLS concepts, when we were on the orientation page, we saw the 6 concepts images that matched these, but I could go into any one of these concepts and it will show you more of the underpinning research and philosophy that has gone into the development of this content. So you don't have to read all of this before you get started. Just having a real look at the definition gives you enough of an idea. We really wanted this to be a common language, common sense type of program. But if you would like to do, there's a video introducing it and more information. So that's the same for all of those 6 concepts. Educator wellbeing and professional development is really key to what we're doing here. So you can come to this wellbeing page. This can lead you on to create your professional development account. So even though you're logged in as to do the program, every single director and educator, we encourage to create a professional development account. That enables you to do your own workbooks and submit those to us if you'd like to. So that's the PD and wellbeing. Then I'm just going to show you learning stories. So this is a function where you can create a learning story out of a template. So if I go to focus, so we were just looking at the focus in positive ways, learning experience. So I'm just going to go into here. Oh, didn't work there. Go back to there. Might have to check that link on that one.
That's what I'm looking around for.
Yeah, we were mucking around with this just this afternoon. So hopefully this will bring up something.
Yeah, we had an issue when it wouldn't publish, but anyway, we'll get that. That'll sort it out.
Yeah, we can sort that out.
Because we want to show you that. That's really cool.
Yeah, we wanted to show you that. What it does, well, what there is there's a video right here that shows you. What it does is it pre-populates a learning story template based on the learning experience you may have done. You can personalize it for a child or a group of children. Just going to try this one more time because I want to persist with it. And you can upload a logo to it. You can upload photos to it. It generates a PDF that you can then download or print and share with families or save in a child's record, etc. So you can see that in the flesh when you look at the orientation video, and this video here plays. I just recorded that earlier today. So something's obviously going a bit weird with this page. Anyway, so that's the learning story function. You've also got an activities guide. So you might have a certain goal that you're trying to achieve with the child or the group of children, and that creates like a PDF guide that you can. Try and click on that again. So now we're having.
It's working for me, Jo. So it's just being difficult
Let me just refresh.
Yeah, you've been.
Well, it's trying to manage teams, and I'll just do this again. Bear with me. Don't talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to go back in.
We can just share those. You got the learning stories up, House?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just do this again.
I think it's because Jo was working on it and she hasn't logged out.
Yeah, I don't know. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, yay. So let's say the child's name is Alice. Let's say it's the PLS group. I just had to refresh the page. And my name is Jo. And today's the 28th of March 2023. And I'm in feelings now. So we did changing channels. Then it pre-populates some of this information, which I can actually edit if I'd like to. I then can type in more about the experience. I can type in more about what's next. I can upload a logo, for example. I might upload, this might be my service logo. And let's say I want to upload some images of the child or children participating in that learning experience. I can do that as well. And then I click download PDF, and it generates a completed or a filled PDF that I can open in a new tab, and you can see there that it's Alice's experience. It's populated it with those 3 images should be there. Populated it with the information. There, I just think I was a bit quick to show you. And then I can share that with, I'll save that or print that or email it as well. So that's the learning story template. And I'll just go back. So that, yeah, they're the photos there. I probably just didn't get time to add on to there.
And they're
So
great
now I've got,
they're great to add on to like any platforms you might use, like Storypark or whatever. And then you can also not just do individual children, you can do groups of children as well if you choose that it's a group experience that you actually want to do that learning story on.
Great, yeah, exactly. Thanks, Hales. And then we've got this activities guide. So let's say I have, I might want to support children to change their focus, which is what the Changing Channels learning experience does, or I want children to build their sense of agency and confidence. I can search based on that goal, and it'll bring up for me the relevant learning experiences that meet that goal, and I can jump straight to those learning experiences from there. There's also an actual downloadable version of this activities guide that you can laminate and put on your walls as well. So that's the activities guide. We've got family resources, and that's in the form of some newsletters. So that each one of these newsletters is designed to introduce the topic to the families in your community in a concise sort of way. You can download, print, email these as well and send them out to your community. Some services put these on their websites and that sort of thing as well. And we've also got the PLS family link, which is open to families to log into our website and join. That has a sample of, I won't show you that right now, that has a sample of some of the concepts and the learning experiences and some of the activities. And it also has support and activities for all age groups of the family as well. There's a reference section if you really want to have a look into the evidence that's informed. These are evidence-based. This is an evidence-based program, but these you can have a look at more and do more reading if you would so like to. We've then got the EYLF guide, which shows you in detail how the program and the concepts meet the EYLF, and then of course every learning experience has their own EYLF mapping as well. And as mentioned, we're looking to expand that with the updates to the EYLF this year as well. There's actually a National Quality Framework guide here that you can download and save as well. That's got some of the information I showed before and a lot more background and information for you. So then we've got, I'm going to jump over here to Storytime. So this is a really popular addition. So you've got your 48 learning experience under those 6 core concepts, and then you've also got these additional stories that you can browse and present. And each one of them has reflections as well. So I might open when Theo's frustrated, I could have a look through these and just go there. And that's the end, sorry. I'll get back here. So this is the story. I'm going backwards in it. So it's just got some visual and some words, and at the end it has reflections, etc. And it links in with the concepts that are in the platform and the learning experiences that are in the platform. And you've got quite a few stories to choose from. We are looking to expand on the Storytime library as we move forward as well. So that gives you additional resources. Then we've got a whole section for school ready activities and transitions. I'll have a quick, and then we want to get to your questions. So that's broken into the 6 concepts as well, gives you the whole ideas around school readiness, and then also, so that's specific to the 6 concepts, and then also tips for transitions within rooms of the service as well, and ideas and concepts and links around that as well. There's a whole 0 to 3 years section of the platform, and that it's got a lot of activities that you can use in the baby and toddler rooms. And then we also have the media library. So if you'd like to find something, a song, a poster, an audio, a resource download, an animation, because there's some animations in there, this is what you can do. You can search in this. For example, I'll just have a look at some of the posters, and this is where you can come and download posters and print posters, get them laminated in your service. And last but not least, we've got a community forum. So Hayley is posting updates there, and we're encouraging our members to post updates there as well. And you can also find your professional development up there here. And there's a members store if you'd like to order more puppets and extra bits and pieces for your service. So that's, look at Hayley's cat. So that's, I can just see you. So that's a sort of a quick demo. There is, we can send you the link to the demo video that we've done as well if you'd like to see that again or in a different way. But that gives you a bit of background and a bit of a start. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop sharing here, and I'd like to invite anybody here on the meeting this afternoon to I think you can raise your hand and we can bring you off mute and you can ask us any questions. Please do. We would love to communicate further. We have had some sent in, so we can share some of those, but we'd love to hear somebody live. Don't be shy.
Peer educators on tonight. That would be really great if we did.
Yeah.
So we can gather some information from them as well.
So if there's a question you have that we haven't answered so far, please put your hand up. We can sort of go through a couple of the things that we have. Oh, good, Hannah. So I go to Hannah. Or is somebody doing that already?
Hi.
Yeah. Hello,
Hi,
how
Hannah.
are you going?
Good. I'm just wondering if the PD is NESA approved.
Not currently, no. We were NESA approved a few years ago, and NESA changed a lot of their processes, changed a lot of their rules around PD. So no, the answer is no to that. We are happy to confirm 90 minutes of positive living skills professional development when a completed workbook comes in to us. But yeah, from that perspective, it's not NESA approved.
We
Okay,
haven't, not at this point.
Do we just send the workbooks to Hayley?
Yeah, there's actually two ways you can do it. So once you've logged in and created a PD account, you can choose either to do a PDF version of a workbook that you download, or you can actually do it online. So there's instructions when you get in there. You choose which way you want to do it. There's links and buttons, and you send it through to us. And actually Christina receives all the PD workbooks for primary schools and early learning service members, and she'll come back to you within about 3 days with a confirmation of your completion of the session.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else has a question for us?
I actually had a really interesting question just while we're waiting today from actually two services, because they're looking to get the program and they're very keen, except they both mentioned that one of them said their director was going on mat leave, so they're not sure if they should take it up. And another one said that they were in between directors and the new director wasn't starting for another maybe, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. I just really wanted to reinforce with any services that might be in a similar situation. I really do recommend that you talk to management or someone who can help you, who might be in charge, whether it be the director who is going, because this is a long-term program. So it's something that we really want to help you implement over a long period of time. So yes, you might have changes, and that's always happening in childcare. You know, we've always got changes happening. We've got changeover of staff. That's a very common thing. But the whole point of this program is that anyone can pick it up and utilize the resources and the learning experiences within the program. So, and that's also my role at the service, at your service, is that you can give me a call. We can book in a Zoom or a Teams meeting to have a chat about any new staff coming on, or about initiating that with new educators. So I really do recommend that if it is something you're on the fence about because of those situations, give me a call and we can discuss that, because 3 years fully funded access, you can't get much better than that.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's right.
well, that's great, Hales, and that's the thing.
And you
If
don't know when the funding's going to come round again, may I
Yeah,
add, with the
Right.
PHN.
The
That's
opportunity's
exactly
here
right.
right
So
now.
take it while you can.
Take it while you can, and even if you couldn't start in April, for example, this round of funding is time limited. So if it's something that your service can benefit from, but you might not be able to start for a month, that isn't going to hold you up from, and that's not going to be disqualify from you from being eligible for this. So please, sign up, because it won't be, it is limited in terms of time. So if you can't start right now, we would still recommend you. I mean, you do need to start and you do need to participate in it, but I would think within a 3-month period would be acceptable. And then, you've still got the 3 years access, which is great.
And that's the other point too, Joe, is that I am there to support you guys. So if you do have that situation where you've got changeover of staff, educator, whatever it might be, I'm still there to support you. If you're wanting someone else to take lead of the program in your service, I can guide them through that process. It's very quite easy. So I'm happy to do that too.
Yeah, great. And so, we have go.
So just remembering it's a resource. So if there is a period of transition within your service with staff, then that's a resource there as well. You may choose to run it as a program. It may go into your planning, but it is there for you to access at any time. You're looking for an audio, relaxation audio, go grab one. You want to put on a possible story for the kids or read a story from Storytime. All of that is beneficial, and it does really serve them in terms of this building their resilience and their mental health well-being.
Absolutely. And there's no exact way we've just said start at the orientation page, but you don't have to go through the content in order. There's no particular order. You don't have to start with learning experiences. You might just start with the puppet and start with the introduction learning experience and start, bringing the language of the concepts into the daily routine. Then you might start with some of the relaxation audio. So it's really a smorgasbord, if you like, of resources, and you can start and pick up wherever you want to. And it's really what works for your group of children. And we've had some family day interest from family daycare organisations and then individual family daycare educators. And what we recommend is that each educator has their own login and gets their own kit, because you need the puppet, you need the information, you need the kit contents in your learning environment. So each individual educator, even though they might be under a registered brand or organisation, is eligible for one licence in this in the way that this is. So I just want to clarify that as well. Any other questions we have, or is there anything that you've been asked, Hayley and Kath, while you're talking to people that you think we might want to add on here before we finish up?
Just thought I'd quickly add in, if there's any school as a community centres here, we've got a few of them in Western New South Wales. Very beneficial. The program is for you guys as well. I just realised we didn't actually have that in our list of, because there's an abundance of different services out there, but school as a community centre, we have one already on board with us, and I'm looking to be in contact with the few of the others as well. But this is definitely a great program for that as well.
Fantastic. So look, if you haven't already registered your interest and you're ready to get started, I think I'm sharing. Oh, hang on, I'm not sharing this properly. I'm not sharing it as.
Yeah, that's okay.
Anyway, this is the last slide. So head on to our website, go to the PHN funding tab, and that's where you'll find everything you want to know. And you can click on register my interest, and that starts the ball rolling. And then you fill out the answers to those questions. We get back in touch, confirm your eligibility. Then we send another link to you. So it really can all happen in a couple of days, pretty much. And you can have the access set up and ready to go at your centre. And then that prompts us to send you out one of the packs with PB and all the bits and pieces. And then we keep in touch with you from there. So if you have a question that we didn't answer, or the technology wasn't supporting us well enough for you to answer it tonight, then please send in an email to team@positivelivingskills.com.au, and we'll get straight back to you. And we hope that, we look forward to supporting more of your services and helping you as you move through with the program. Sure, there's no questions for us before we finish off? You're all silent. Are you all done? Thanks, Charlie, for jumping on. And sorry we didn't turn your cameras on in the beginning. And, we look forward to connecting with you further. And thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Talk soon.